School Masterclass Show, where 6 and 7 figure CEOs build their purpose driven legacy businesses through proven branding, marketing, and sales strategies so that they don't have to sacrifice their income and happiness for their mission. Thanks for watching the Life School Masterclass Show. Join our Facebook group community of badass mission-driven entrepreneurs, and come back next week same place and time for our upcoming show.
Hello, purpose-driven entrepreneurs. How is everyone doing? I hope you're having a great middle of the week. We're already on Wednesday. It's almost 5 p.m. here in New York, so I hope that wherever you are in the world and joining us today, you're having a good time and you are having a productive but restful week. I know that's always a common theme when we talk about entrepreneurship and really making a big impact through our mission and the work that we want to put out there in the world. So today, of course, I have another amazing guest with me, but she's very special to me. And I'm so lucky, I always say, with, I guess, the work that I do, the messaging, the energy, all the personal development that I think we all go through as entrepreneurs to really attract the most amazing clients. So she is one of my clients growing her health coaching business. So I can't wait to really introduce her actually to you guys and talk about some of the amazing work that she's doing with helping you in your health journey, and not just health for the sake of getting healthy or losing weight or whatever your health goals are, but taking an holistic approach to our health. I think we are now understanding that our health is our new wealth, especially as we're growing our businesses. We know how important it is to have a lot of energy for that brain power to work, for those creative ideas to start flowing, but also so that we have a holistic approach to health. We're looking for physical health, we're looking for spiritual health, we're looking for mental health. So all these are really so interconnected, so beautifully together. So without further ado, Corinne Rodin is here with me. And Corinne, I thanks so much, first of all, for being here on our show. And I can't wait to hear a little more regarding what you're going to share with us. So let's start with an introduction. Tell us a little bit about you so that we know you. We get to know you a little bit better.
Oh, sure. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for having me, Alona. My name's Corinne Rodin. I am a natural holistic coach. And I started getting into this quite some time ago. I'm 64, and it's been a lifelong journey because I have started about 40 years ago. And that was because I had gained some weight at that point in time. And from then on, I decided I wanted to go take on a holistic approach to not gain it back again. So I intertwined good, healthy eating habits, which I always had up until those couple of years where I had gained the weight. And I intertwine good, healthy eating habits, exercise, and meditation. And I find that it's been so rewarding. You know, I have great health, I have great energy, more focus and awareness on things. And I truly love it. I think it's just a great way to life.
Oh, I love that. And the one thing that attracts me to you, besides your vitality that you have, not just for the physical age, because I do believe that our age is just a physical number. If
Yes.
we really understand how to take this whole holistic approach, as you're saying, and that's kind of what I love about you, that you're not only radiant from inside out, because I feel like, we do want to, have our outer appearance match our inner world a lot of times, but of course it can be the other way around. So taking this whole approach to health, I can't wait to learn from you as well with what you're going to share with us as to the framework that you have found out through your awareness and through your personal journey of how you've been able to help yourself in this area. And now it's turned into one of your passions and how you want to help other people. So let's talk about this holistic approach, Corinne. So I know you
Yes.
touched up upon it a little bit. So what are some of the fundamentals that you have found? How should we look at our health journey besides our physical health in a different holistic approach? Like, what are the other components that we need to be aware of?
So besides eating healthy, um, it's a matter of too consistency. It's not about there's all these diets and fads. It's just everyday good eating habits, and there's a lot of good things to eat that are healthy. It's not just, when people think of a salad for lunch, and it's like it's not just a couple of leaves, with nothing in it. There's salads could be very hearty. I happen not to eat meat or chicken only because it's heavy on my stomach from 40 years ago. So it just didn't agree with me. So I do eat fish, preferably baked or grilled. I try and stay away from anything processed, anything high in sugar and fat. Um, and I like all kinds of vegetables, steamed, baked, or grilled, and whole grains and legumes, and nuts and fruits. I do allow like on the weekend because we're all, everyone's got events and plans and parties and weddings and going to dinner. I do allow for small indulgences. I like ice cream. I like certain kinds of cookies, certain kinds of sweets, but small amounts, you know.
Mm.
The same like with drinking with alcohol. When I have experienced different types of drinks along the way, and I prefer my first drink, which was a spritzer, which is white wine or rosé, half a glass with club soda and ice, 2 glasses on Friday night, 2 glasses Saturday night, and I'm good to go. I
Yeah.
learned to balance. It it's
Mhm.
it's balance too, and it's just like I said, every day, and then you kind of get into the habit of doing that, which is a good habit.
Everything in moderation is so true. And I love that you brought up the diets because that you can't sustain that. I mean, how many diets I've been on and we've all been on that we
Yeah,
just wanted to, we were in there for the short term effect of losing weight. But obviously, in order for you to make this a lifestyle, because I mean, it's one of those things that you just want to build habits around, as you're saying, it keeps repeating habits, consistency, right?
right,
You want to take this whole step back in your life in the way that you're feeding your body healthy foods so that you can sustain this energy and weight loss or weight maintenance depends on what phase and stage you are. Some people are just
right,
looking to maintain their weight, right? So that you can not deprive yourself, because we all know, I mean, we're all coaches and we coach on the mindset of things that if we deprive ourselves, that's kind of the thing that we are not allowed to do, is the thing that I want to do.
right,
So if I love that you said that you do give yourself space, and even for there's a day that you are maybe not eating so healthy, or you're not eating your veggies or your protein, right? I know those are really important for your nutrient health, and you having a day that you're just not doing that. It's like being okay with that, because it's
right.
part of the journey. A lot
Yeah,
of times we beat ourselves up because we tend to get perfectionistic a lot of times with our health journey. And I know right now you're speaking to me, and it always happens that way because I feel like we're always in synchrony. But that's what I'm trying to figure out myself personally, and how to make habits and become so much more aware. And we could chat more about some of the mindset things that happen with maybe emotional eating or mindless eating or not being intentional in this area of our lives as well. And what are some of the things that block people from making the progress that they want to make? I think that's really important as well. So that's the physical body for sure. I love that advice that you gave, and also your personal experience that you shared with us. What are some other aspects to health that you have learned?
Sure. So, along with healthy eating habits, exercise is pretty important too. You have to, you just have to move. When I first started to exercise, from when I had first gained the weight, I got into jogging. Everybody's different. Everybody, is not going to like jogging. Everybody's not going to like certain things. And as my schedule changed, I brisk walked, which is great, just as effective. And I'd say about an hour a day, or at the time, it is an hour a day, but at the time it was 2 30-minute segments. So if you could break up an hour, you don't have to do it an hour straight. It could be an hour, um, of 30 minutes. Um, Whatever you want to do. If you want to do walking is great outside. I love to walk outside. If you're near a boardwalk, that's even better. Because then I get to put my I still have headphones, but I play music on my phone too. Either one of them. Listen to music, walking on the boardwalk. If you're near a park, walking around the park, walking around where you live. And it's simple. It's easy. It's simple. You just get out and walk, and it's so beneficial. I also have joined a gym for many years, and in the gym, I like weights. Not the free weights. I like the machine weights because I find that keeps you very toned. And that's 25 minutes. That's it, 25, 30 minutes. And if the weather is not great, I'll go on the treadmill. I've tried, the Stairmaster is great. The bike is great. The elliptical and the rowing machine are all very great, but I just prefer the treadmill. If you don't like the gym or you can't get to the gym, there's always things you could do at home. You could get some of those machines at home, or there's certain exercises you could do at home. Maybe as long as it's cardio you're getting in, you're fitting that in an hour a day, some kind of cardiovascular exercise, because that's important, to get out and get your body moving.
Yeah, I mean, physical exercise is really important. I love that you gave so much variety because you start where you are with that as well, because the first thing is if you never have done it before, it's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to hit the gym. Don't hit
Right.
the gym. It's a progression. If you enjoy it, then you'll do it. Just like I think with nutrition, right? I mean, it's like baby steps, but getting on your shoes and walking, moving your body, especially as an entrepreneur, getting mental health breaks, it's so
Yes.
crucial. Just going for a while. I do it all the time. Grab your dog and just like walk around the
The
neighborhood.
dog's great.
You can process all the information that's coming to you daily. Mental health break, mental health break, mental health break. I don't think we speak about this enough, especially as entrepreneurs, because you do find that you are overloaded. Your brain is just so tired. So physical health is like a breath of fresh air. You give
Yes.
yourself white space, physical exercise, I mean, or whatever the form, it takes for you. You give yourself that white space that you're looking for to breathe, to stay present. You're like, okay, everything's okay. To recollect, to rebalance, to re-energize, all that good stuff. And not to mention so many other activities. You could do yoga, you could do dancing, whatever you like. But
Right.
I do think that, just like you said, Corinne, it's important for women to, if you are going to go to the gym, to lift weights.
Yes.
Because weights, as you said, are very important for the toning that we're all looking for, especially as we get older, so that we have a more fit physical body, not
Right.
because of the way it looks, but
Right.
because of the way that muscle obviously also helps us in so many ways, to
Yes.
stay healthy and maintain our healthy weight. I think at the end of the day, the older you get, we run into other things, right? I'm
Right.
sure you also have been through your journey with that. So, metabolism has a lot to do with it, and genetics and all of that. So it's important to find what works for you, but not to be afraid of weights,
Right.
of lifting weights, because I think it's really, really important for the body as well. I love that. And Corinne, what about, the other things that you have learned regarding? So we have nutrition, we have physical exercise. What else is important? to instill in our lives intentionally.
So the third thing that's really important, that's good for everyone, is meditation. Now, meditation you could do in the morning, you could do it at night, in the afternoon, whenever you get some time. It could be 10 minutes, because I started 10 minutes. Now I do it about 25 minutes. And I've started at night. You could put on a soft music. Maybe you want to light a candle. You could sit down or you could lay down. It just relaxes you. Everyone needs to relax. Everyone's got a lot of stuff going on, no matter who or what they are or where you live. We all, fast-paced world now, and you need to just unwind. And if you could find that 10 minutes to 25 minutes a day, 5 times a week, you don't have to do it 7 times a week. The same with exercise. I mean, I lift weights 4 times a week, but I'm moving 7 days a week. I am up and walking around. Meditation, you could do 4 or 5 times a week just to relax yourself. It's so rewarding. It's just, your mind just gets, because at first it took a while, like with anything. And then as I got in the habit, which is another great habit, just consistency. That 10 minutes led to 15 minutes, led to 20 minutes, led to 25 minutes, led to a lot of clearer things. I was more aware of things. Had less tension and stress. So I find that, yes, and it just adds to your quality of life. Less stress.
So good. Stress is a big factor in the way that in the results that we want to get with our health for sure. And a lot of times we underestimate that. So meditation definitely helps with that. And walking is a walking meditation, right?
Yes, I was just going to say you could do that. Walk with music or walk just in nature. That's a meditation in itself.
Yeah, but we do have to be intentional. I think that's the key
Yes.
word nowadays. And purposeful is what I'm really passionate about delivering on having people intentionally set new habits and being intentional. Because again, if you don't set it, then life will just take you and you'll
Yes.
just get busy and you just get distracted.
Yes.
And it'll just be like one of those things as women would put down the list, like when I get to, I'm
Right.
everyone. When I get to, I'll deal with walking or my health or nutrition or all of that. So I think it's important to, and I love to bring you back. There's so many topics that we can tap into, like nutrition, how to stay consistent and all of that. But for the sake of this, interview, since it's your first interview with our community, I just wanted to touch base on some of the major, some of the more important points that I hope that people get value from as they're hearing our interview. Corinne,
Yes.
one of the main things that I know we've been working together, especially as you are building your brand and your business and you are putting yourself out there in the world so people know the work that you are doing, and that most importantly, how is it that you can help them, is vitality. So how
Yes.
would you define vitality? That's one of your brand words, and I love that word because it's like at the end of the day, vitality is what we want through all these other things that we want to do in our healthy best version of ourselves. So how would you define vitality for you?
Sure. Vitality is intertwining great eating habits, exercising, and meditation on a consistent basis.
So all of those three main.
All of those 3 main things.
Mm. So that would give you vitality, right? And
Yes.
of vitality. And how would you define that? So what does that mean for you? To be, is that a word, to be vitalious? No, I don't think it is.
Well,
To
and
have more vitality in your life. What is that?
have
How does
I
that help other people?
and improving your health, keeping you healthy, um, keeping you less stressed, keep giving you a lot more energy,
Yeah. Yeah.
just, yeah. and which we all need. All of us need it. And happy,
For
being
sure.
happy. Just
Yeah, absolutely. So all of those different components, and I guess everyone defines vitality to whatever it means to them. But for me to be vital is to be energetic, to have enough passion every day, to have enough energy to do the work that I'm doing and to make the most impact. So at least personally, that's kind of how I would define that. But I would tell everyone to define it for themselves for sure. I think that's really important. But I like that word for sure. And I know you have a book as well that you've written, right, Corinne? Tell me a little bit about regarding your book. What is it that you're teaching inside the book?
the book is on all different holistic um, ways to stay healthy. So there's aromatherapy oils, there's juicing, then different types of vegetarians. Um, then there's a chapter on Reiki and massage, music therapy, sound therapy, and it just all kind of like merges, you know.
No, I love that. I feel like it's the strategies of the tools that you have gained over time, and helping yourself through this journey that you have put inside the in your book. There's so many interesting things that you just said there. Music therapy, I love that one. I think that's really a therapy for me personally as well. So there's so much that we can do. So I know you packed all that information inside your book too. What is the title of the book, and where is it? That probably on Amazon, right? What's the
Yes,
title
it's
of the
on
book?
Amazon. It's the name of the book is How to Look Younger Naturally.
How to look younger naturally. Love that. So for anyone that wants to have all the information condensed into some of the things that they might find themselves into, that's what the purpose of that book is for sure. And it's one of those legacy products. I always say is going to stay with people, right?
Yes,
Because your knowledge, your expertise, your experience is all documented, and it might just be the guide for someone else who's looking for that kind of support and help. So it's yeah, writing is one of those things. Corinne, I know you've shared so much information, and like I said, I want to bring you back and we can just chat about different topics because each of the topics obviously can have its own show because there's
yeah,
so much we could chat about.
yes,
But like I said, I just wanted to do like a recap mostly here where people can still find a lot of value from the information. But then, of course, dive in deeper through the work or reach out to you. Obviously, this is the work that you are doing in the world. And they have any questions depending on where they are in their health journey. I know that you are a great resource for them. And we're going to share your community as well because I know you're also big on community and you are growing your community there as well. But before we do that, I want you to share with everyone a little bit regarding your experience in working together and really aligning all the things that you've been trying to accomplish in your business and how that journey has been for you so far. I think we've worked together for a couple of months
yes,
now. I think
yes,
2, 3 months, time flies.
yes, it does. Working with you alone has been wonderful. Just, just great. Um, Before I was working with you, of course, we all think we could kind of do certain things on our own, and I was going into different Facebook groups and getting information and like listening to videos and posting this and posting that. But you always need a mentor and a coach. And you've been wonderful. I mean, just the past few months, just everything's escalated. It's great.
I love
Thank
that.
you so much.
How have you absolutely, it's my pleasure for sure. How have you seen so how do you feel now about your business as you're growing everything, you're putting the foundation, you're laying the foundational work, I always say, as that's what I'm helping you build with all the communities, the marketing, the sales, the launching, the messaging, the audience, everything, right? That it's all required to really make a big impact out there. So how do you feel now from the beginning when we started regarding your business?
It's a 365-degree turn. I feel great.
Awesome. Well, I mean, when you hear the impact, it's exactly why I also do the work you do. And, we have so many chats together over if you do good work and if you're passionate about what you do and you add value to someone else's life, it's kind of it's like that bigger why, why you want to build a business because of the impact you get to make one person at a time. So I wish the same for you with your amazing clients. And thank you so much for sharing that. And just thank you so much for being a great student. I would say just always implementing, always asking questions, always so patient in your business. And I know you're just beginning. I mean, I just know it, right? So we're going to hear more about you, Corinne, I'm sure. And that is, you're on your way to making such a big impact with your mission and helping people really become the better version of themselves in their whole journey. I think that's really a big mission, just like anything that we choose to and we're called to do in the world. So Maureen, tell everyone, where is your community? Where is it that they can find and join you and see what you're about and all the great information you share there?
Sure. You could go to my Facebook group, Health and Vitality for Entrepreneurs. I also could be found on Facebook and LinkedIn as well.
All right, awesome. So definitely connect. We're big on community here at the Badass Mission Driven Entrepreneur community group, or anywhere I really go. It's really about the community, I always say. So definitely join Corinne's community there as well. And she has a lot of great content, pieces of information that you will walk away with, not to mention a community of health conscious entrepreneurs. I think this is one area. Health and wealth and business building just go together.
Yes.
You can't have the one without the other, because then something's missing. So join a community where you could stay aware and you can just always grab information, and you just don't know, all the little pieces do add up. And when you are ready to get the support, and Corinne is always going to be there, very, very great positive energy. And very passionate, which is the most important part. So, Corinne, we've come to the end of the interview, and I always ask my guests at the end, what is that one last message that your school of life has taught you that you want to share with our audience today?
Follow your dreams, follow your heart, and find a mentor like Alona.
There's plenty of mentors out there for sure. I always say, if not me for the area that you're looking to grow, then find someone that you're aligned with their values. I think it's really important nowadays, and their energy, most important, because we're finding out a lot about energy. And being aligned with energy as well is really important. But heart driven for sure is what this community is. So I love that you said follow your heart besides everything else, because I think, that will never lead you wrong, no matter how hard the journey is, right? It's not going to be roses and daisies, but if you follow your heart, somehow it knows where your path is.
Yes.
So it's only going to lead you to more success and abundance in all the different ways. So thanks so much, Corinne. It was a pleasure to always have this great conversation with you. And thanks so much for sharing everything you did and for being on our show today.
Yes, thank you so much, Alona, for having me.
My pleasure. And guys, I will leave you with this beautiful, heartfelt message that Corinne shared with us. Thanks so much for joining me, as usual, on with another interview. And you'll find this show also available as a podcast wherever you check out your podcast. A lot of people just like to have an intimate feel of listening to a podcast. So if you are, definitely support that and subscribe, and definitely leave us a review. I always want to hear the impact. For me, that's really what it is about. So if there's something that you're finding helpful, or all the amazing people we're meeting here, I mean, I would say that that's always the biggest value. of the information that's being shared, just the great heartfelt connections that are growing out of this community daily. Is just, share it with other heart-driven entrepreneurs that need to hear it. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in another show. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.